All right, well, what we're doing right now, we're going to be doing a heck of a lot more of with regards to the Jazz. David, you've seen the schedule. It's now out. Camp is opening up on Friday. But you had a chance to talk with Kevin O'Connor today. How are they feeling?
You know, he was in a good mood. I think they're happy to be back to basketball. I think, like the rest of us, they wondered how long the lockout was going to go on, when it would be resolved, how it would be resolved, how much basketball would be lost. And I think now that they're playing on Christmas Day, hey, it's not perfect. It would be better if they were playing at Halloween, but it also could have been a lot worse. So I think relief was the major emotion that I felt out of him. Now, as far as Kevin, I had a chance to talk to him about what he expects out of this team, what his goals are, and how he expects these young players to develop.
The ability to continue to get better, not just the first 10 games, but the next 10 and the next 10 and the next 10. And, you know, I think if you looked at the growth of maybe Gordon Hayward last year, and even when Derek Favors came to us to watch when he got in the first game, to watch the last game, I think we've got some guys that athletically maybe are different than we've had here in a long time. And I hope they are, because they're lottery picks, which we never had before. So that's what I would say. I think it's going to be an exciting year. You know, I think that you know, we didn't do a good job for our young coach, or not even, he's not young. I'm going to tease him about that, but you know, he's been 25 years in the league, and we turns around and we give him a head job, and then we trade his best player. That's not fair to him. So it's fun to be able to get out from under the cloud that kind of was over us, you know, in March and April of last year, and be able to say, hey, let's go.
Do you need help more at one or two specific positions, or do you need more a type of player, maybe a veteran leader, somebody with playoff experience? What are you looking for with your last roster spots?
Well, I think we probably need more help in the general manager area than anywhere. But, you know, outside of that, I think obviously we'd like to get another lead guard. And, you know, I think even continue to try and get more athletic and a shooter. You know, but getting athletic and a shooter usually means that about a $10 million player. So those are difficult to come by. But I think the major key point will be to watch our guys grow every day.
Can you tell us your thoughts on Andre and the possibility of bringing him back?
No comment.
There it is.
How about the rookies league? Contender, championship contender type team right now?
You know, again, I think we'd have to watch and see it on the floor. But the one thing I will say is that I don't want to hear that we're young. I don't want to hear that, you know, I was just in on the radio. I won't use the word again, except for today. I don't want to hear the word rebuilding. That's not what this is about. This is about getting better. And if you look, we've got two guys that played in an All-Star game. We've got a couple of guys that should, you know, eventually, you know, Al and Paul, is somewhere along the line, they should make an All-Star team at some point in time, or we would think they might. So we've got a nice core, and this is a challenge for us, certainly. You know, the faces of the franchise are a little bit different than they were 4 or 5 years ago, and we expect to be able to compete, and we expect to be able to challenge.
So you can hear Kevin O'Connor there. I think there's a pretty reasonable set of goals and expectations for the years, not just to see the young players develop, but to see them take step after step every 10, every 15 games, whatever it is. I think that's something the Jazz need to do, and I think the fans, you know, rationally, this isn't going to be a great team. They're probably not going to win half their games. They may not even come close to winning half their games, but if you see the players getting better every 2 weeks, every month, they're so young, you know where the arrow's headed, and you can accept that.
Kind of interesting to hear O'Connor immediately, I hesitate to say call out, but I mean, in a backwards sort of way, that's what he's doing right here by mentioning, you know, these youngsters right out of the gate. You know, they got to step up and get it done. I mean,
well, even the youngsters are getting paid a lot of money, and they invested high draft picks in them, or in the case of Favors, they traded Darren Williams. So there's a huge investment, and they expect a return, and they expect it not immediately, but they expect it sooner, not later.
All right, good stuff, David. Talkin Sports every night on KMYU is going to get a lot of fun and a whole lot of busy. So yeah, there you go. If you've got any vacation time, use it now.
Okay.